was so clever.
Yeah, man.
It's so
That's
funny.
'cause we
We're
are.
live. We're live.
Hey,
Come-
world. Are
come-
we
hey,
live?
world.
Are we?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay.
live.
Hello, live. Hello, everyone.
Coming to
Hello,
you
world.
live from Massachusetts, London, England, and or not London, England, or somewhere
No,
in
Bristol.
England.
Bristol.
England. There we go.
Mhm.
And Houston, Texas.
The sound. Oh, sorry. Was that early?
Was that early?
Hey, man,
They have
kinda late,
medication for
really.
that.
It's
John, they
about
have
a year
medication for that.
Yeah, it's premature exposition.
It's the sound. Yeah, exposition.
That's it.
Oh,
that hardly ever
God.
happens.
Here we go.
My
Right off the
onomatopoeia.
jump. Right off the jump. You haven't been in 10 seconds. I can't even type that fast.
Yeah.
And neither can Steve, because look at that punctuation. Who's this
Yeah.
guy? Yeah,
Post
that's-
smiley face, wink.
Yeah, what?
Apostrophe S.
Yeah, it's like apostrophe S, the skinny guy. That's great. That's great.
Oh, man. Yeah,
Yep.
he's back, people. He is
Mhm.
back.
Hey.
Yeah, oh, man. Yeah.
He is back.
Mm-hmm.
Relocated to the living room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and do we want to say why?
We can.
Yeah.
Whenever. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's
want to just get right into it? Yeah.
yeah,
So I had
I got-
a bit of a water leak situation that happened last week. Friday was a week, so it's been, I don't know, 10 days or so. Yeah, just working in my office on the phone with some customer that was giving me a headache, and heard some water dripping in my room. Well, actually, I heard something, didn't actually know what it was. I just kept hearing this like thump off in the corner of the room where my backpack was, and I was like, I kept thinking to myself, there's nothing in, like, I had all my equipment because I was using it. So I was like, there's nothing in my backpack that is mechanical or should be making any noise. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
So I was like on the phone, and I walked over, and I didn't even notice like the puddle of water on the floor that I was like standing in. But
Do you
I,
have
like,
any pictures of that, or are we just looking
no,
at-
I didn't. I do have a little video of the water leaking, but in any case, so then I picked up my backpack and I like put it to my ear to try to listen. I couldn't hear anything.
Hello?
But then like the water dripped on my head. So I looked up and then I looked down, and then I got off the phone, and that was the end of my work week. And actually that was the end of my career at that job. But yeah, so that started all of these lovely pictures that you see. So
man.
that is
Yeah.
the hallway leading into my office, that photo there. And that's the
And your
floor they
office
had
is
to-
where all the cool stuff was. John.
all the cool stuff was, yeah. And there's a kind
Yeah.
of a picture of where it is now. But yeah, so they had to take up the floor there in the hallway. And then, yeah, that's the spare room with like a bit of my stuff.
Yeah.
It all had to be moved. You'll all be happy to know that everything survived uninjured. Yeah, only my room.
What is
Yeah,
that? Is that
so
your
that's
changing
just-
room?
No, that's leading into the hallway. They put up like the dust, like that zipper's
Oh,
closed.
nice.
So the dust doesn't get out into the house. And yeah, so it zippers, like I said, it zippers open and closed. And then that's like the closet in my room. So they had to take down all the drywall there, take up flooring in the closet. Because it got all. Now, originally they had told me when they came out to do the original readings on Friday that that it was wet all the way across the room, like basically to the other wall, and everything was going to have to be pulled up. But when they came out Monday to start doing the demo, they did more readings, and the rest of the room had sort of dried out. So this was all they had to pull up. But yeah, that's just more of the back bedroom with more stuff.
Are those laser discs, John?
Those are the back of my laser discs. Yes.
I wonder what they were. Right, I've just suddenly worked it out. I was
Yeah.
thinking earlier. No,
And then on the bottom is the LP, the vinyl Star Wars like 78 soundtrack record. Yeah, but they're, basically, unless they're able to match this floor, which is 7-8 years old at this point, they're going to have to pull up all of that. And then, yeah, that is the ceiling that they had to pull down. I put that plastic up because, it was going to be a couple of weeks for the repair, and I didn't want my AC bill to be like, $9,000 because I'm heating my attic with my AC. So, but yeah, that's all removed as well. So, actually, I just got the email with my estimate from the builder. So hopefully that's going to the insurance company for quote unquote quick approval, and then they'll be able to come back out and start putting everything back together. So
it's you've got to start worrying when the estimate just looks like a phone number.
Yeah, and I haven't looked at it yet because I don't want to start I don't want to actually be distracted and start looking at that. So I'm going to actually pretend like it's not here.
Yeah, that's what I do every day.
Yeah.
I was going to say DJ's got some experience in that.
Yeah.
I'll look at this later. I can't afford to cry right now.
So and then the unfortunate thing is there's two different floorings here. They look very similar, but the floor in that office is actually different than the floor in the hallway because they were put down at two different times, and we weren't able to match. Like this hallway here is the builder flooring. This is what we were able to find that was the closest match we could find.
Yeah.
And then but the problem is this in the hallway, this is uninterrupted all the way through the living room. So like there's a possibility that they're going to be replacing the entire floor in my house. And
wow, man. Is this one of the drawbacks of, because like in the here's my ignorance coming through. Prepare ignorance. Prepare ignorance, right? Like Americans seem to love like wood flooring, like hardwood flooring, like like that kind of thing. I mean, it is quite popular here, but mainly people have carpets down.
Right.
And is this a perfect argument for why carpets can be better than flooring? Because carpets just whip it up, put more down, easy.
Yeah. I mean, you could. If you you can't see it here
don't last
because
as long, though.
You can't see it here because the transition has been pulled up. But like if you look sort of at the doorway to the right, there is a transition strip between the hallway and the bedroom.
Well,
and that's that's considered non-continuous flooring. So there is a possibility.
You can actually see just by looking at John, his layout. Like look at John here, and you look behind him, and you see down the hall there. It's all one continuous floor.
So that kind of right where I'm pointing. That's the office behind that wall there.
Yeah.
But there's a world where every floor in my house gets changed except for this back bedroom, because since it has a transition strip, it's not considered continuous flooring, and they might not replace that. So that might not be great. Depending on how close of a match they can get to all of this.
Presumably, John, you're in Texas. You need to be very careful about saying transitioning.
Yes, I do. Yes, they might.
They'll have the pitchforks out.
I think there's a knock on my door already, so we go see who's there.
Yeehaw!
So,
did we hear that correctly? Your house is never mind.
Is there nothing that won't transition these days?
Welcome to 2026.
Oh man, but gosh, no.
My house identifies as a condo.
Of my house? Yeah. Did you assume the structure of my house?
Yeah. No, I'm actually doing the same thing because I have an open floor plan, and for the exact reason John's talking about, it has more to do with, it's not the flooring type, Steve. It's more, where do you put those transitions in? Right. So so I come into my house.
Otherwise, the water's not going in between them. That's going where the transition strips are. It's going.
No, it's actually about continuity. It's like once they start pulling the floor up, right? It's not that anything else was damaged. It's once you start pulling it up, where do you stop replacing? Because hardwood is like a jigsaw, it's all together. So you can't, unless if you had the exact same flooring, like John was saying, you can pull up the damaged part, you put in some new stuff, and maybe for like, what, a year, John, maybe you'd see a little color difference, but then it would fade in together because wood will fade over time, but or the color transitions over time. There we go again. But if there's no transition place, no crossboard, you're pulling up all the way through, and it's like, where do you stop? And that's what John's talking
you don't
about.
want now I would be, again, now we're getting into the details too much, but like if they were able to match what's in the bedroom here, I would be okay if they just did the hallway and put a transition strip at the doorway going into the living room. And then that way, at least this whole back half of the house would be the same flooring. And as long as it wasn't too mismatched, because again, you know,
you could get creative with it, but
you guys know, none of the listeners know at this point, like, you know, this house is going up for sale in about a year. So like, I can't be trying to sell a house with like patchwork floor, like 3 different types of flooring throughout the house. Nobody's going to buy it. Like I was talking to Lydia, like I'm very tempted to, when they go to repaint that back office, repainting it back that off eggshell white.
Yeah.
So that when we go to sell it, I don't have to paint it. And
because that blue isn't exactly
and so
conducive to sale.
You know, they put 2 coats of paint on the estimate, and they don't care what color it is. So I will probably change that. I love the blue when all my stuff is in there, but I probably will switch it back to that eggshell just so that
that's the same. Like I said in the chat, that's like the same color blue as my theater.
Yeah.
I was looking for the red stripe going through the middle.
Yeah. What's down these studs? You can see that.
On the there board. You go. Yeah.
Actually, John, but when they took the drywall out, were there any Netflix movies there that hadn't been returned?
No.
There's deep cuts, Deej. There's some deep cuts.
Oh yeah.
I remember.
Under the floorboards.
I think I'm gonna like before they put that sheetrock back up. I think I'm gonna put like a stormtrooper or something in there, and then have them sheetrock it into the wall.
Oh yeah.
And then that way, like in 30 years, when somebody goes to change that for some reason, they'll find a nice little toy in there.
When we were redoing Meg and Greg's house, I was like saying jokingly, throw stuff in the wall. Fake bones or something like that. Like
if it was a bigger opening there, that's what she said. I would throw a skeleton. I would put something in there, but it's just it's too narrow, so there's no room.
So there we go.
Yeah, maybe like a femur bone or something could go in there, but
dinosaur bone.
Yeah,
that'll really confuse them. T-Rex skeleton.
Yeah, right.
Oh boy. Or a dog bone, dog bones or something, like a skeleton of a dog. Like, wow. That's where Fluffy went.
Or put some bags of kind of fake money in there or something, wrap them up. They'll think it was some sort of cartel house.
Yeah, no kidding.
So all you had to do is spring a leak to get you back on the show, John? What's going on?
Yeah, so
after all the time away, you come back with my house almost blew up.
Well, I worked.
No. I know.
I was working during the day. And so I did I did. I'm not going to say unfortunately, because I'm not really sad about it, but I did end up having to leave my job partially because of missing a bunch of time. Because I am on like a quota-based pay structure. Yeah. And I just missed too many days that I wasn't, I didn't have sick time or vacation time to cover. So, if you have vacation time or sick time, they adjust your volume to accommodate that. But when you are just off, they don't do that.
Yeah.
So,
but you were already transitioning to.
I kind of had one foot out the door as it was because, again, I was able to, that my first month on that pay structure was actually this month. So the 1st of August was going to actually be my first day, which was the first day I missed due to this thing. But, I wasn't making quotas for the 2 months leading up to this. So I really kind of knew that this wasn't going to work out anyways. The volume is just not there. There's just not enough calls coming in the course of a day to make the numbers they want you to make. And, for the minimum wage, essentially that you make, it's not quite, waitress pay, but it's, it's pretty close to minimum wage if you're not making your numbers. I mean, I'll go out and DoorDash for 3 hours a day, to make $60 a day. I'm not going to be on the phone for 8 hours a day, putting up with people's crap for minimum wage, so I said
that over a year ago when you said the job you were getting. I was like,
Wow. Well, and I've hated every minute of it.
You're
but
so tolerant, John.
I know. I still need to work. So,
I'm surprised you lasted a year, to be honest with you.
Well,
that's a credit to you.
Yeah.
It's like
I really didn't want to, but nothing else has come along, and I don't have anything now. Like leaving might not have been the smartest thing I've done, but for the amount of money I was going to be making, it's not worth staying.
Right?
It's
yeah.
I can sit on my couch and make $60 a day.
Yeah.
Okay. So, why? What have you been doing?
I'll have to figure out how, but
yeah, it's got exactly. This is the easier.
But I mean,
ways.
it's just not. Yeah, there's just easier ways to make that. Again, for that little bit of money, I just won't. I mean, I just won't work. I mean,
it's got to be worth your while.
Yeah. I mean, for 40 hours a week, I'm not going to put in that kind of time for a couple $100 a week. It's just not worth it.
Neither should you.
I've got some things. I've got some irons in the fire. Again, not that I don't I'm really happy to be on the show today, but I'm hoping this is short-lived, at least for the time being. That's what I said last time.
Well, we like to have you back, John. Thanks for that.
17 months,
Yeah, some offense taken.
Yeah. Nothing, nothing
should we go to our Patreon talk right now? Be like, hey, everybody, if we can get them, get them some money. Yeah, $1 a day. If everybody listening, I could definitely give them more than $60 a day.
Like I said, I'll be here as long as
you're unemployed.
Hopefully, hopefully something will come along, though.
Well, Jordan's got an idea for you, John.
Yeah, I have not set up an OnlyFans yet, but I was thinking about taking some pictures of my feet and seeing, where that leads. So,
yeah, they did that. It's called Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's about right too. I'm looking down. I look like I should be asking about second breakfast right now.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, it's awesome to have you back, John. It's very
cool. I'm super happy to be back. I actually was really trying to get back on last week. But the days switched and I wasn't.
Yeah, we messed you around in fairness. Yeah, thanks to my schedule got crazy.
No, it's fine. It's fine. But I had tickets. We were going to see Spider-Man Wednesday because Lydia was off. So, yeah. So I
still haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I still haven't seen it.
I can't wait to get your take in the show.
Yeah. We can definitely talk about it. I don't have a picture of that, but
I think I just deleted it from our group one, but I could drop it in. Yeah, I could drop it in again. That's not a problem.
All right. Well, shall we kick the tires then and light the fires?
All right, John, you got your line?
I think so.
I don't have to hit a recording today.
Yeah,
what I was actually going to do?
Keep your finger, hover over the button just in case.
No, I was actually going to record myself.
Oh, were you?
And then let you guys be the only live ones. But
that's awesome.
Would that be cheating? Because I do it every week.
Right.
My luck, I just record one that's a screw up anyway. So, but yeah. All right.
I'm not able to see the comments. I don't know why. I wish I could.
Is it folded over?
It says it's got the logo overlay thing, but it won't let me select anything else. I think I need to refresh the page, but that's going to kick me out of the.
What app are you on? I'm
on Chrome on StreamYard.
Chrome. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm on.
I can see I can see everything on the side. It's stuck on media assets, but it won't let me select any other options. It's just like frozen.
That's weird.
So I think, really? Like I said, I think if I refresh the page, it'll be all right, but it might mess things up. So
okay. Yeah, we get it. Am I wrong? I mean, it looks like we got some new people in there too.
Yeah, we have. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Well, I almost ended the stream, so let's get to this before we all screw it up.
Well, now I can. No, it's
all right. Good. All right. Where's that button right about?
We are Brightside. Yeah.
Hey, home theater fans, welcome to the Bright Side Home Theater Podcast, multi-award-winning giving and receiving home theater podcast that's all about the experiences, the sights,
the sounds,
the scenes. Squee.
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 I did it.
There we go.
All right,
You
I'm out,
did.
guys.
You nailed it.
Peace.
What did I screw up, Steve?
You said fans, not
Fans,
nerds.
not nerds. Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
I know. Yep. Nope.
Because it was all that OnlyFans talk in the YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. It's not- John signed himself up for Only Nerds.
It's not only nerds, it's only fans.
Yeah.
Although only nerds, I think I'd do better. I'd probably make more money.
No, that's probably why you're not making the money.
Oh, true.
I went to the wrong one. I signed up for
Yeah.
Only Nerds.
Talk to me like Batman.
You do Only Nerds, they all find that now. I won't even make that joke. I'm not even gonna make that joke.
But now I have to know. Text it to me.
What would I'll text it in
Tell
the
me
group.
later.
I'll text it in the group right now, and you guys be like, "Yeah, do not do that."
Oh, shoot.
Do not do
Yeah,
that.
I
You guys talk about shit.
gotta-
Yeah, man. Well, I tell you what. Whilst you're doing that, let me say hi to everyone in the chat because there are.
Yeah,
some
you
people.
do that.
So let's say hi to everyone. Because there'll be some people in the chat wondering who this svelte chap is calling himself Third Wheel.
Yeah.
So yeah, fair play. Okay, so we got Steve Matt, according to my list here, was first in, but it looks as though that he's referring to something else. So there was obviously a reset somewhere. But Steve Matt, you were first in the chat. Captain AC3's in as well. Hey, Captain. He's in. We have got Mike Piantadosi's in as well, saying that Mortal Kombat 2 was a blast. I still haven't watched my disc of it. I will get round to it. Holger's in as well. Good night, Holger. How you doing? Dom's in. Bonsoir. We got John Mansour calling this Happy Home Theatre Day. Now, come on, guys. I'm trying to be professional here. I haven't read it yet.
John got it.
I can go all kinds of ways from that.
Exactly. That's why I'm like,
Right, that's it. I'm finding out.
I can't even say. I'm like, I'm like, do not say that.
Okay.
There's all kinds of directions that could go.
Yeah, quite. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I'm, it's speechless. Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Marcus Kuzman's in. Hey, Marcus. The less said about that, the better. He has absolutely lost the plot completely. Hey, Marcus. Paul Hertz in.
Hey, I'm proud of myself that I caught myself. I just blurted that one out.
True. That is true. That is true. We've got Epra in saying hello, everyone. Hey, buddy. How you doing? We've got Nelson's in. Now, Nelson. Yeah, new person. I mean, I don't think we want to give away the secret identity. We've got Spider-Man 1313. So, don't say anything, anyone. Yeah,
Okay.
We don't know. We don't know.
Is his name Peter?
Well, yeah. Oh, you're giving it away. That's it. Right now, the Sinister Six are heading straight
Yeah.
for him. The back door. PF Productions is in. Hey, Paul F. How you doing? Hey, Rach. That's for no reason whatsoever. I said that, and I couldn't say.
Nope.
Hey, Rach. Jordan's in. Hey, Jordan. Wild Book is in. Hey, buddy. Jan Hextra's in, saying good afternoon, everyone. Sick Judge is in, saying evening. Hello, you. Old School Kung Fu Films is in as well. And oh, goodness me. Right now, I was wondering what had happened to Steve Brock, saying checking in. Hello, triplets. Hey, man.
Yeah.
How you doing, John? Yeah, man. Hope you're okay. Yeah, I've not heard from him for a while, man.
No, I was on Twitter the other day, like a week ago, and I was scrolling through some stuff, and I actually saw that he was on vacation, I think, like in March, and he was like repping Brightside gear over in like Europe somewhere, and I was like, oh, cool, I liked it and stuff, but it's like I missed that stuff, and I was like, how did I miss this? But then I'm on so briefly, like quick out. But yeah, no, he's around.
But,
Nice to see you again, Steve. Steve Brock.
So there we go. She says, I always listen, but I usually catch the replay while I'm working out. Oh, there you go. Oh, he was in Athens.
Yeah, that's right.
There we go. He was on set of Odyssey, probably.
Yeah, he was filming. He was Achilles. They cut his role.
No.
Ching.
But yeah, so all good. So everyone's here. So all present and correct.
Nice. Nice.
So speaking of the Odyssey, I never realized this until this week, and I can't even remember
based on a book.
No, but there was a movie I was watching by TSG. I think it's TSG Entertainment. You guys familiar with the logo for that?
Yeah, Fire Street. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I had no idea. Well, I didn't know until I saw the movie. Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I saw the movie, but I immediately recognized it. I was like, oh, TSG. I was like,
wait, that's Odysseus showing that. That.
Yeah, it's so funny when when you learn something that's like been around for 3,000 years.
Yeah, it's been there forever. Every other movie I've ever seen, I've seen that probably.
Right.
Never even thought about what it meant. But
yeah, I got a movie today that I want to talk about that's got like, it's got some Star Wars notes to it that I was really surprised about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's from. Did you see it in the? Without saying it, if we get to it, but it's got. It's from 1985, the one that I put in there, in the pictures.
Oh, the Western.
Yeah, and it's got.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
Me either. I'm hoping we can talk. It's good.
See, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Wow. You'll have seen it, John. I'm sure you'll have seen it.
Maybe,
yeah. I think he did. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. It seems like something you and your dad would have watched. Definitely.
Maybe.
Because even watching it, it felt like Saturday afternoon, Channel 56.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, Western, but yeah, it was. Yeah, we'll talk about it when we get to it.
Well, should we quickly do some? Because we've got John back. What do you reckon, Dee? Should we do some lightning reviews of movies for this past summer and see if John, let's get John.
John, John. Let's start while we're on it. Odyssey.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I liked it a lot. I thought it had. Yeah, I mean, I thought it. There was a little bit of drag at points. In a 3-hour movie.
Yeah,
but overall, I liked it quite a bit. Looking forward to seeing it again at home. The home theater setup. So
yeah.
Well, we know it's coming in November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually know quite a bit about the disc, but we can't. I don't think we're allowed to say on air. Yeah. We do know. We do know. But looking good is what we understand. So yeah. I'm definitely.
I mean, you would think Nolan's discs are always top notch, right?
Is that an offer?
Aren't you? When are you off to Cedia, Deej? Isn't that in the next couple of weeks?
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay.
Well, it's not Thursday at 10, so.
Yeah, it ain't Thursday at 10.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. So, is that an offer, Wild Booker?
Now, look, I thought it was John that was sorting out the OnlyFans thing.
Yeah. I know.
Well, take me to the cinema.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah. Where did you see it, John? Did you just see it in a standard?
I saw it Cinemark XD.
Oh, okay.
So not IMAX, but I did get the XD
nice
experience. Yeah. So
yeah.
Someone's going to need a neck brace.
Oh, front row. Gotcha. Okay.
Oh,
yeah. That flight's just rebooked itself.
Yeah, it's
off to Cedia I go.
Yeah, no. Actually, Joe was saying he wanted to try that just to see what it was like, because it is like, if it's any, because you do still have some distance, and when you're sitting there, you're still looking down at the bottom of the screen. It's not like in a regular cinema where if you're sitting in the front row, you're below the bottom of the screen. At this one, you're not. You're probably. Well, God, it could be 10 feet above it, but that's pretty much you're at the bottom line of the screen.
I just wouldn't find that pleasurable. I would find that a chore, not a pleasure. Yeah. And that just, no, man. I mean,
having seen the movie, I would say that I would agree with you, but if I've never seen it and that was an opportunity, I probably would be like, yeah, let's, if I hadn't seen the 70 millimeter, I probably
would. Well, fair enough. I mean, okay, so that's that one. So Spider-Man, Brand New Day.
Loved it.
Okay. Oh, loved it. Okay.
Thought it was great.
Nice.
Again,
compared to the other Holland ones.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
I think it's my favorite.
Oh
wow!
I heard DJ. Yeah, I heard you last week, but I think it's my favorite because, again, no spoilers. Although, like, the whole world has seen it except Steve. I love street level Spider-Man. I love the plastic suit. I just love the whole, although again, it did become sort of world ending at some point, but it just wasn't this giant world ending threat. He's spinning around, he's getting in bank robberies, he's just doing Spider-Man stuff. And I liked that quite a bit. I liked a little bit more mature Peter. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I don't like some of the choices they made with certain character, but that were very different from the comic book counterpart. But I won't say anything more on that in case people haven't seen it.
There's a D23. Is it next week after, something like that? And there's going to be a whole lineup of the movie that this is directly hinting at. Yeah. Not as in the ones coming next year. I mean, as in the big movie that we all know is about to start shooting. Right. There's going to be a full cast announcement, as I understand it. So
the cat will definitely be out of the bag. And I knew that particular casting going into it, and I really wish that I didn't know that going into it. But
Joe
had it all spoiled for me.
I talked to Joe about it over the weekend, and he had a good take on it. Because I told him the same thing I said on the show, like that my favorite movie is, No Way Home,
right?
But Brand New Day. But I think he's kind of right in the aspect of this could be the best Spider-Man movie, whereas in Brand New No Way Home is like Civil War. It's more, it's not necessarily just a Spider-Man movie, even though it is all the Spider-Man coming together. But it's not about just that one individual Spider-Man, right? So Brand New Day is, and I said this last week, it's the best Peter Parker movie for sure. And it's like, so I think that's where it kind of, but as far as entertainment value for us, a movie with No Way Home to me is just, I can't get enough of it. It's like, I was even watching on Twitter, they had that somebody had like synced up the audience reaction, and then you could see when Tobey Maguire came in, and and it was just like, and you forget what that was like.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's like and it's funny. I remember listening to AV Rant back then when it came out, and Tom hadn't seen it in, like you, Steve. He didn't see it in the theater back then. Okay, he waited till home, and he's like, when Andrew Garfield shows up, he goes, I know what it was like in the theaters when he showed up. And it was interesting watching it at home because they left time in there for the audience applause.
Oh, so really?
Yeah. So when you watch it,
of silence.
When you watch it at home, he comes in and literally just goes, there's no sound. And you're in your room alone going, what was he? What the? But in the theater, like opening day, it's like, watching it, you can't even hear when you're listening to it online. You can't even hear what the characters are saying because the applause in the audience was just unreal. And now we're just like, oh, okay. I still get chills watching it. It's like, but yeah, it's like entertainment value. That to me is like, I can't get enough. But I thought, Brand New Day was super emotional too. I thought they did a great job with
They all did a great job. Everybody, all the actors, and Zendaya was great. I can't think of that actor's name, but he was really good.
Yeah.
Tom Holland, of course, is great. John Barenthal, again, I think everybody knows he's in it, right? So there's not a spoiler.
Well, it's in the trailer, yeah.
Yeah, I say he's in the trailer, but yeah, I mean, he was awesome in that. What's funny about that too is, my son came over for my daughter's birthday this past weekend. We had a cookout here, and he's never seen any of the Netflix/Disney Daredevil, Punisher, any of that stuff. So when we were sitting there, we were talking about the movie. It kind of dawned on me, and I was like, "Is that the first time you've seen John Barenthal's Punisher?" He's like, "Yep." I was like, "Wow, you need to go back and watch."
Yeah.
At least Daredevil. Yeah, at least Daredevil and maybe the Punisher show, but at least go watch the 5 seasons of Daredevil.
Or if nothing else, just grab the latest Daredevil. Daredevil, Punisher.
Yeah, Last Kill.
The Last Kill.
For sure, yeah.
Because that encompasses the character of Frank Castle and the anger and the pain. And then it's such a juxtaposition of Brand New Day. because most of that he's like, not goofy, but for Punisher that was goofy.
Right, but it gets you Frank Castle, but I think you're missing out if you haven't seen Daredevil.
Yeah,
like as a Marvel fan, I think it's top tier Marvel. So
yeah. It drove. I mean, the Netflix series drove what we're getting now because people were clamoring for it after the third season. Like, what? Right. We're not getting any more of this? And Charlie Cox and what's his name?
Vincent D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio. Yeah. I mean, the entire cast was awesome, and it for that crossover, it was meant in what was it, 2015? It was actually meant to be a part of the MCU. They did reference the movies, but this is like for them to actually cross into the MCU now is huge, and it's a fan-driven thing, to be honest.
Right. Yeah. Oh, no, man, it's awesome. We got someone new in. Head on Fur 3, just saying. Loves the Punisher. Say, hey, buddy, and then says, you guys recommend Daredevil? Just generally,
yes.
Oh yeah, yes. Oh yeah.
All of it, all Daredevil.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
yeah.
Even if you just watch Born Again on Disney, you're still good. But I would go back and watch the 3 seasons of Netflix, and then the 2 seasons on Disney. Again, even if you don't watch any of the other spinoffs, which I think some of them are better. I really like Jessica Jones quite a bit. I could
same here.
Fist, Luke Cage, I could take them or leave them, but.
See, I like the Luke Cages. It was Iron Fist. Well, we both were like, first season of Iron Fist was tough.
Yeah, second season was quite a bit better. Yeah,
really, it was. It was like by the end of it, the last episode, you wanted more. Like they did such a great job with that, and the way they walk off at the end of the final episode, you're like, I need that back. And there are rumors they're all coming back.
There are. Well, and I mean, we've got 2 of them back already. Well, 3 of them, because you got Charlie Cox, you got Jessica Jones, you've got Wilson Fisk, you've got Punisher. So, I mean, 4 of them really.
Well, and Luke Cage showed up too.
That's true. He showed up in Daredevil. Yeah. Yep. So,
really,
the only one that's not
or something.
The only one that's not back is what's his name? Finn. What was it?
But I heard
Finn Jones.
Finn Jones.
I wanted to say Finn Wolfhard, but that's the Stranger Things kid, right?
But I heard he is coming back, though. I heard he's like he something about getting in shape for the role or doing something with. They're doing something with it. So
well, of course, he might drop into Secret Wars. Of course,
they're
going to go. If they're going to go, everybody that's ever done this, that's the perfect excuse, isn't it? I suppose, and gives him time to train. So that's which one is the best Daredevil? You just
Daredevil.
Daredevil's
Daredevil is the
kicked it off, and
it's the foundation of everything. They're all linked through that, and then they do. If you watch them all, they have the Defenders series too, which has them all meet up, which is really cool.
Yeah. I thought Defenders was pretty decent. I didn't mind that. Yeah.
Yep.
If we're can I give a shout out whilst we're talking superheroes? And the reason that I haven't watched as much as I normally watch this week is that a shout out to Tokon Marvel Fighting Souls on PS5, which is the Marvel game that I never really knew I wanted. It is fantastic. Now, I know you guys avoid games for a good reason. And this one is worth avoiding if you feel you'll get a bit addicted to it.
if you're going to get hooked.
But boy, oh boy. The graphics, the sound, the gameplay, it is bananas. It's a 4-on-4 fighting thing, and you've got all the Marvel characters, all in anime style, ultimate style kind of animation. It's awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've been playing that kind of nonstop this week, which, as I say, is why I haven't seen much stuff. But there we go.
Nice.
So it's all good. So it's all good. All right. So should we do one of our HT experiences then, guys? What should we do?
Sure. Let me see. What do you want to start with, John?
Oh, man. Yeah.
Well, I've only really got the one. So,
but I'm curious about it. This is the one with the billboard, isn't it? The unusual billboard.
I just finished it about 30 minutes ago. Yeah. So we can.
It's fresh.
Definitely talk about it. Yeah.
Where did it go? Why did it come down? Oh.
I had other stuff I watched this week, but it's all stuff that you guys have talked about over the last couple of weeks. So
that's all right.
I just didn't want to bring them all up again.
Yeah, that's all right. All right. Here we go. Not the trombone.
That's a crappy picture. I apologize, but
hey, man, I do the apologies for pictures around here, John.
Yeah,
mine are always dreadful.
And you have to remind. Okay, I was like, you have to remind me what it was called. There it is.
That.
It's right there.
Well, I know. That's why I was waiting for the picture to get bigger.
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
So yeah, this is a Netflix movie. I think it just came out this week called The Last House. You know, got all the Dolby's, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. This is kind of a sci-fi horror movie. I don't know if you guys know anything about this film at all.
No,
only from the billboard, only from the unusual billboard.
Yeah. So essentially, how do I say it without spoiling a whole lot? I mean, a lot of this is probably in the trailer, which I haven't seen, but basically, everybody gets locked in their homes one particular day, like for, you know, out of the blue, right? Like the rains come, that's kind of how they describe it. And everybody that's in a building or a structure or a home gets locked in and they're unable to leave. And there's no way out through what have you. They're just stuck. And so it becomes this, you know, at first, you know, you're in a neighborhood, right? This focuses on the one family, of course, that you're going to focus on. But, you know, they're able to see their neighbors and they're holding up signs and they're doing things and they're trying to communicate. But it does get to a point where, you know, it's kind of like, you know, everybody's shutting in and it's kind of like every family for themselves. So it's like, how do you survive as time goes by with only the food you had in your pantry and only the stuff you have in your house when you can't leave and you have no news? Like, you don't know why this is happening because there's no internet, there's no TV, you do have electricity. So you're able to watch, like, I'm assuming they were watching like Blu-rays and things, but there was no live broadcast. There was no cell phone. There was no anything. So you don't know why this is happening.
We're all good.
Yeah. You don't know if it's taking place just in your neighborhood or, you know, you don't know anything. Wow. And then it starts to unfold and you find out there's a bit of a supernatural element, of course, right, happening here that facilitates the whole thing. It's okay. Like, I'm not going to say it was great. Like, it was decent. And I thought it was very interesting in some of the choices that they made on, you know, how to survive and how to ration their food and how to procure more food when you're not able to leave your house was pretty interesting. And then the tensions that happen as, like, not only days, but like years go by. Like, you fast forward to like 5 years later at one point halfway through this movie. So like a long time has gone by. And they were able to survive.
Does it come down to who gets eaten first?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's like, it's not as, you know, it wasn't as crazy as growing potatoes on Mars, but I mean, they did have to figure out how to get food and things like that. And it was pretty ingenious the way they did certain things. But
so can you open a window?
Can't do anything. Nope. You can't open anything. Like, at one point he's taken like a crowbar to the windows and they just won't break. Like, there's just, you cannot get out.
I run out of air.
So
that's what I was thinking.
Well, no. And they did address that though also. So, I mean, everything you kind of think of, they did come up with some clever ways to address. But where this thing shines was just like the Atmos. Like, this thing gave my speakers a workout.
Oh, nice.
Yes. It was like an Atmos treat. And it's Netflix. It's streaming. Yeah. Netflix is quite good though. And, you know, when you've got it up at reference level, it's, you know, again, it's not disc worthy, but it's pretty dang good. And this thing really, you know, it's like a creaky old house there, you know, on wood floors. So there's lots of, you know, noises coming from the attic and things that are going bump, you know, upstairs and downstairs and on your roof. And it's raining a lot. So there's all the rain and thunderstorms and all that stuff that comes along with these movies, you know, that love to have rain in the Atmos speakers. But like, it was a treat. It was definitely a treat for audio. Video, like I said, it's Netflix. It was sharp. You know, it looked pretty good, 4K. But this is worth it, I think, for the, like I said, for the audio alone. I would definitely give it a watch. And again, it is interesting. You know, again, at the end of the day, I've seen better movies. Like, it's not groundbreaking, but it was interesting to see how they solved some of their problems. And
did it make you run out and stock your pantry with canned goods and everything?
Well, I did, you know,
kind of like Jaws, stay out of the water.
Look at my freezer to see how much meat I had in my freezer.
Yeah.
But but yeah, like I said, it's definitely worth the watch. Go into it with mid expectations. Like, it's not the best movie you'll see, but it's entertaining, and it's a good 2 hours. And like I said, audio is fantastic. So turn it up and just kind of enjoy it.
Good.
So
it looked like it was written, or it gave me the vibe that it was like by the same people that did what was the series that we did that we really liked? The series, the Edgar Allan Poe one.
Oh yeah.
The Raven?
Not the Raven, but it's
wait.
What was that?
I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
I know what you mean with Mark Hamill.
Yeah, it's the Mike Flanagan stuff. He did like Haunting of Hill House and all that. Yeah. It was the Edgar Allan Poe season, but I just can't remember what it was called.
Right.
This is Louis Leterrier, or I'm sure I said that name wrong.
He directed The Incredible Hulk.
Okay, well, he did this.
Transporter movies. Yeah.
And I don't I recognize both of the main actors, the husband and wife, but I don't really. They're not household names. Like the wife is like a secondary character on a couple of different shows I've seen, and I think the guy played. He was on Narcos Mexico. He played Pablo Escobar, I think is what I remember him from. So they're not really anybody that but everybody did a good job. That's it. How somebody said.
Thanks, John.
House of Usher.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Good man.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh no, man. I'm color me intrigued. Yeah. Well, I may have opportunity next week to give that a watch.
Yeah.
A long car journey. So
I'd like to see what you think when you see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Let's see, back to this one. So let me do this briefly. Speaking of Atmos and rain and that, and it's like this isn't a home theater experience. This is an experience, but it has a home theater related topic to it. So over the past weekend, I went hiking through the White Mountains, 3-day hike. We hiked Friday up the mountain, stay in a hut, and then you hike across the mountains on Saturday, and then you hike back down another side. You leave the car further away. So, but this is, let me see if I bring up, these are some images that Joe took while we were there. And, so this is up from the top, and we didn't get any pictures of the day. This is the one I showed earlier to Steve. That's when you're going in. It's like, hike this if only you're in top physical condition, all this stuff, like bad weather.
Don't go naked.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
Clothed.
So the last one, it's like turn back at the first sign of bad weather. And here's this is my nephew, Lukey. He was like Legolas the whole time. He was just skipping across the rocks. And it was like, there were a lot of scenes we were saying through this whole thing. Like it was like Lord of the Rings. Like you're on the rocks, you're going up that mountain. And at one point, Greg was with me, and Greg, Joe, Lukey, my brother-in-laws, Robbie, and Justin. That's the group. And at one point, can we go through the mountain? Because it's up the mountain, down the mountain, up the mountain. And so in this picture, you can see the rainbow behind Lukey, because we had just come through like a torrential downpour, rain. And I want to say it was like teaspoon-sized drops of water, like boom, 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 really hard.
So like John's office.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But the reason I brought it up, and here's the group, by the way. The reason I brought it up, this is at the top of Washington. The thunder. And this is like I was saying to Steve before we got on. I'm like, this is a Carl Ellsworth story all day long. It's like you want to have that thunder over in your Atmos speakers. You want to have hear that roar, the bang, feel it in you. Well, where we were in these scenes here, in this one here, look at how we're up high enough and all these other mountains are below us. The thunderstorm's coming in, and you're seeing the flashes of lightning and hearing the thunder, but it's below you, which was so cool. It was like we're up there and we're like, if you're in a thunderstorm, you hear it crackling over there, and you're like, oh no, this is below us and to the side of us. It's over there, looking down at it, which was so cool. And it's So I'm thinking like, maybe Carl could write a movie where they're up in the mountain and you could have the thunderstorm going by to the left and a thunderstorm going by to the right.
You just really want those speakers in the floor, Deej, don't
No,
you?
they don't even have to be to the floor, but it was just so cool. And it was like, it just to hear that thunder. And the whole time I'm like, I'm putting this in the show. I was like getting downpoured on. It's like, but yeah, that storm came in like right when we're in between the two huts. It's like an eight. I think we did 8 miles that day. So like the 4 mile mark, like which way do we go? We're screwed. And you're at the highest speed. You know what they told us after the fact when you get caught in something like that? Take your pack off, and if you have poles, and we had poles, take your poles off, put them down, put your pack down, and you lay down. And then you have a 1 in 3 chance of getting hit. Instead of just being all together and you getting hit as the high spot. So, okay. I was like, how come you don't take your pack and put your poles on the pack straight up and then go lay away and from that and have the light, because ours are aluminum, but yeah. So that was a fun home theater experience over the weekend.
Oh man.
So
yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So
no, I feel bad. I was just sat playing the PlayStation. Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah. So, one other thing. When you go to the huts, they feed you breakfast and they feed you dinner. And with that comes a play, which I hate. They the staff acts something out. They do some skit or something. And I hate that crap.
Being at camp.
But yeah, it's exactly what it is. Well, in the middle of it, and I had a home theater shirt, a Bright Side shirt on. I'm sitting there, I got my head down like this, and I'm like, I just want to eat and get to bed. I'm like, this sucks. And then one of the theme was construction, and they said, if you could do anything in here, and they had to go all through the staff and redesign something and do something, what would you do? And everybody came up. One person came up with, I'd put a rock wall. Look how high this wall is. Let's put a rock wall in. And my nephew thought, just like me, like, what kind of moron hikes here and then wants to get on a rock wall inside, and he points out the window and there's a mountain you can climb. So I was like, that was dumb. Read your audience. One guy said, look at the space we have. It's all dead space. Put some beams in and throw a theater in up there. I was like, hello.
Yeah, you're my guy.
I will hike the gear up here. I'm like, let's go.
Spoon hits the floor.
It's like, hi, you see the shirt? Everybody, hey, I'm in. Anybody want me in the skit? Let's go.
Let's get one of Todd's subwoofers up there.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. You'd have to fly that in.
Yeah, but like building the pyramids.
They fly in the propane. That's the only thing. They fly the big propane tanks in. But other than that, everything's hiked up the mountain. So,
oh, man.
Yeah. All right. So, what do you want to hit now, Steve? Do you want to do...
Should we carry on with our season? Should we get our this week's WW11 movie out the way?
Yeah. Yeah. Did you catch this, John, yet?
No, I'm still on Darkest Hour. So,
well, let's just quickly do that.
I mean, I finished that, but
tell us what we already know about Darkest Hour, then, John, in terms of how much you loved it.
Oh, I did. I thought it was great. Again, I don't know that history as well as you might, Steve. I kept finding myself, wondering how accurate events were. I did hear you talking about the subway scene and things like that. Yeah, I think that's an invention. Which, that I can see. Even watching it,
creative license.
I was like, yeah, that's definitely probably dramatized for the movie. But I did wonder going through it how accurate certain things were. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought Gary Oldman was fantastic, like unrecognizable in some some scenes, and did a great job. And yeah, very inspiring. Again, for a movie that kind of all takes place just inside talking, it keeps you riveted through the whole thing. I mean, there were some definite home theater moments in that film. But I really liked it. I just have not had a chance to get to I don't know. I've seen Dunkirk, but I haven't gotten a chance to get caught up with any of these other ones. So I will try to get Dunkirk and this one done this week. so that
because this one's on Netflix, so it's it's there and ready to rock. It's out here in Blu-ray, but you can and it's not on Netflix in the UK.
Oh, okay. Well, let's introduce it while we're here. And, So Whoop, bring that up. There we go.
Oh yeah, Operation Mincemeat.
Yeah.
Now, had you guys ever heard of Netflix before?
I have heard of it. Yes,
I'd never heard of it.
I have not seen it.
Yeah, I did review it on the show a couple of years or more ago.
Well, then maybe
probably why I never heard of it.
Fell asleep during that bit. But what I mean in terms of, had you ever heard of the real operation? No, me neither. No, I hadn't heard of it either. And when I first sat down to watch this was my second viewing. But when I first sat down to watch it, I like to think I know about WW11. I did it. I did a year of study on it, and I did very well.
It is the most interesting of the 12 World Wars.
Yeah.
I think. But did you have to have seen the other 12 before you get to this one? That's what I want to know. You're completely lost. Who's who? What's happened? Where's Dr. Doom? So this is the WCU. Is it War Cinematic Universe? But yeah, so I didn't know the true story. I didn't know what this is, and it was a complete mystery to me when I first sat down to watch it. So as I said, for me, second viewing then on Blu-ray, so 1080p, DTS HD, 5.1, master audio, not in 4K anywhere as far as I know. If anyone knows different, please let me know. But I don't.
Netflix has it on 4K.
Well, yeah, but on disc. Sorry, forgive me. Yeah. So if it's on disc anywhere, please let me know. And so my second watch of it, and I absolutely loved this. It's a very different film to Darkest Hour. It's obviously a different movie to Dunkirk. This is more of a spy movie. It's got quite a bit of comedy in it. It's got some levity, but also some really tense scenes as well. And I really do like this film. I like how it's written. I like how it's acted. I like how they deliver the story. It's all kinds of fun. What did you make of it then, Deej? Because this was your first watch of it. So what did you think of it?
Right off the jump, I'd say if this wasn't a true story, it'd be the most ridiculous story you ever heard, right? And they play into that.
Yeah.
Telling the story. And I wonder how much of that I can actually see how that could have been true. Like a lot of the scenes that we thought were like, because this is like, you and I talked about it. I don't know if it was a week or 2 weeks ago, and said it's kind of a comedy, but it's not. And you're like, because it's not meant to be, but they lean into that. And you're like, because some of it's so ridiculous, but I could see in real life, like kind of some levity, because they know how ridiculous this sounds. The operation itself, I think, worked because of how ridiculous it is. Like, who would do this? And it's like, how have we not heard of it until something like this? And it's like, I mean, I maybe I could understand why over here we hadn't heard of it, but yeah, it's like that. I thought it was so well done. It's a complete, like almost like a complete deviation from the other two movies, which are genuine home theater experience. The tone, the action, the everything, and this has a little bit of that, but it's like, but not. This is just more like the idea around like what it takes in World War II. It's like this stuff couldn't happen today, right? And it's you couldn't do it. Anybody would know. It's like it just. I thought that when they had the scene with Churchill, like, or no, they were trying to figure out, like, do you write, like, well, how do we make sure the message gets through and it doesn't get, like, the ink doesn't get washed off the paper? And like, well, we write it in waterproof ink. Yeah, because you always write your notes in waterproof ink. And they made fun of it. Like, you can't do that. Like, think of it. And just the problem solving that went through into this. They created a problem and then had to solve the problem without making it look like they solved the problem. Yeah. It's just an amazing story. And I thought I mean, home theater wise, it's like I said on Netflix, it is in 4K with Dolby Vision and stuff. I thought the colors were nice and stuff like that. The audio, there was some scenes when you eventually get to the ocean and stuff like that. But it's mostly, I think, the dialogue, the clarity.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's more of a wordy movie than an action movie. But yeah, you do get the landing at the end, towards the end anyway, which was filmed about an hour away from here on Salton Sands in Devon. So I've discovered. Location fans.
Yeah.
But I love how this plays out. I love the humor in this, and for those wondering, I mean, it doesn't really sort of explain it too much there. It's about it's a definition of truth being stranger than fiction. That it's so bizarre that it's got to be true, because who would make this stuff up? And the idea is that, obviously there's been the evacuation of the Allied forces from Europe, essentially, after the Blitzkrieg and the Lightning War, and everything sort of got pushed out. And now this is about the Allies now working out how they're going to stage the invasion of Europe. And the problem is everybody knows there's only one place you can do this. The Germans know it, the Allies know it. And the idea here is, how do we convince the Germans that that's not what we're going to do? We're not going to do what everyone knows we're going to do. How do we convince them otherwise? And the plot that they come up with is fantastic.
Well, wasn't it there were two places they could do it? Yeah. That's how they came up with. So there were only two places you can invade, and it's like so they had to make it look like the other way. And it's like
without them knowing.
Yeah, the entire operation is like. It's like if you tried to have, like, they're going to overhear you at a party. So you talk purposely to mislead them. And that's what they try to do here. It's like, I don't want to give it away if you haven't seen it. It's like, but it's kind of given away with the picture right there.
I do like the line, "Where's his legs?" That was a great line. But yeah, and I love the subplot. I mean, this is something I did talk about when I reviewed it last time. There is a subplot here about a very famous cinematic series that is being birthed during this episode. One of the characters is the creator of said series. I won't spoil that, but I absolutely love how that is layered throughout the story, and the various characters from that series get their reference in this, which I thought was fantastic. Oh, and I did like the line, "Is everybody writing a bloody novel?" Which I thought was quite funny as well. It's really well written. It's really well acted. It's a fun, entertaining movie, completely tonally different to Dunkirk and Darkest Hour. This is definitely told with a lightness of touch that those are not, and understandably so. But it's still
heavy enough in that, because you have the exactly. It's very like. Just the relationship between the two characters you see right there, and what's going on, and the pushing and pulling, and who can you trust, who don't you trust from your own side. And I thought there was more than one subplot going on in all of it. There were, you had multiple relationships blossoming and dying, and this and that and everything. And it's like, it's a lot. And it gives you kind of like Darkest Hour, it gives you a perspective of the country and what people are going through when this is literally on their doorstep.
Yeah.
And it's like Darkest Hour was great because you got to see, like we said, with that subway scene, see what like the normal everyday citizens are going through and how they're feeling with that on their doorstep. Because movies in particular, they tend to they only show the officials, the people that are in charge or the people that are battling.
Yeah, the people driving the events.
You don't know what's going on with the regular people, and it's like, because this is going on all around them, kind of like The Patriot, with that, and so it's but this here, it's like you have what was he? He was a defense lawyer. Was it?
As a barrister. Yes, he was. Yeah, Colin Firth's character. Yes, previously a defense lawyer. Yep. So fair play to courageous defense lawyers. That's what I say.
That's where you get that creative thinking.
That is one word for it. Yeah. I can think of a few other adjectives. But yeah, no, it's great, and I did like. There's quite a nice touch the way everyone's walking around with lanterns at night, which of course is the whole point. I mean, because they were afraid of bombing runs. So the idea was you could extinguish that at any moment. Sirens went off. You could make everything, pitch black. So that was quite a nice touch. But yeah, no, very, very good. Really good. I really enjoyed going back to this. And next week, of course, we're going to do Pressure, which I haven't seen yet. But I say next week. Of course, I'm not here next week.
So a couple
week
weeks.
after. Yeah, a couple weeks. So Pressure is the next one, and then Ryan, and then Downfall. Yeah, after that, that's how sequence coming. And of course, John, you've got Pressure as well now, haven't you? To watch.
I do. Yep.
Yeah. You're gonna like that.
I think I've got all of them. If this was on Netflix, I've got all of them. So.
Yeah, this is what's so cool about this season is that kind of we don't have to buy anything for it. Well, I bought Pressure, but I was going to buy it anyway.
Yeah, I bought Pressure.
But it's quite cool to have these are movies we've already got. It's what makes it kind of a bit easier. So awesome, very cool. Alrighty, so recommend it. So would you recommend it, Deej? I mean, it's not only as a home theater movie, is it by any means?
No, it's not. I wouldn't recommend it as a home theater movie, but I would recommend it as like you have no idea what and it's if you do know the story, well, good for you. I mean, where would you have learned it? I don't know how you would have learned it, unless you literally studied deeply into World War II. But yeah, this was highly recommended. It's very entertaining, edge of your seat type thing, because you just want to pay attention to everything that is going on, because it's literally unbelievable. Like what they're doing and then at times, John, you'll like it when you get to it, because you'll be like, you couldn't do that now.
Right.
Like there's so much of that. You'll be like, wow. It's like that's in today's standards, this is absolutely ridiculous, But
very cool. And lots of Spanish in it as well, John, by the way, in the back half. So so if you're practicing, that's the way to work it out. Always good. I mean, John's just going to want us to watch Desperado over and over again.
Yeah.
And Sicario.
Oh yeah.
I'm going back and watching Narcos again.
Yeah, man. Ooh. Yeah, pick up the lingo.
Yeah.
All right, Steve. What would you like out of the group?
Right. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. You can get ready. So here, you two can choose. Right. Here we go. Now we can either do crap, quite good, really good, or masterpiece.
Well, I know what the crap is if it's what you told me about the other day.
Yeah, quite. Yeah, absolutely. So what are we thinking? Do we want crap, quite good, really good, or masterpiece?
I mean, I think masterpiece.
Let's do masterpiece. Which one's that?
Right, killing them, guys. Well done. Yeah. That's the one with the facial. There's two pictures in there, Deej. One's of the case, and next to it is the is a face looking at the camera. And I've reviewed this on the show years ago, but any excuse to talk about this movie. If you want to pop them up,
Dead Rise.
Yeah, well, that should be there, obviously. Talking of which, did you see Evil Dead?
I don't think they're next.
No,
I don't think they're next
I'll have
to
to
each
wait
other.
I'll have to wait till that's at home.
Yeah, Shane was texting me about that. He did not like it.
No,
no, he wasn't.
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah, so it's one guy looking.
I got you.
Yeah, and then next to it's the case. Yeah, we've got those. That's the same movie. I thought I'd get a picture of the case because the case is kind of cool. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the one. And then the one of the case.
Yeah, I'll get the case in there in a second. So
all righty, brace yourselves, fellas. I am hoping I can whet your appetite on this one, and I am praying the two of you can get hold of this and see it at some point.
All right.
And any British person will know what I'm talking about with this. All righty. So this I watched last night. This is the brand new Second Sight release of the instant, utter, stone cold classic Dead Man's Shoes. Shane Meadows film, written by Shane Meadows and the chap you can see there, Paddy Considine, who you guys, of course, will know from House of the Dragon and various other movies and stuff like that. He's always good, always good. And that's the new artwork that's been commissioned for it, it's a Second Sight release. Just landed here yesterday. It's only Blu-ray, 1080p, DTS HD 5.1. Second Sight wanted to do a 4K disc, but could not find the original negative to be able to strike a 4K master. So they had to make do with what they've got. Fortunately, what they've got is decent, and so this is a very decent disc. Now, let me just talk about the movie. I mean, most people that you know that are massive film fans in the UK are aware of and have seen this film. If you're in the US, I'd be very surprised if you've heard of it or know anything about it, other than my review a couple of years ago of the old Blu-ray.
I tried to find this after the first time you talked about it.
Yeah, man.
I could not find it anywhere to watch.
It's a crime that this is not widely available in the US. It really is. So now, anyone in the chat, I mean, Jordan knew it straight away, and I knew he would. Anyone in the chat, please no spoilers on this. This is a movie that needs to be just seen and must not be spoiled. And I'm not going to spoil anything about it other than to just tell you the story. So it is a movie that was shot, I think it's 2003. It is done with a minuscule micro budget. A lot of the dialogue has been improvised, and a bit like, actually, funny enough, Deej, it's a bit like Chris Nolan in that some of the dialogue is not really supposed to be very clear. It's supposed to be filmed as if you were in the room with these people. They're not delivering dialogue like they're enunciating. There's a group of people, and they're all talking over one another, and you can't always hear what's going on, but you're not supposed to. So the story is we pick up with Paddy Considine's character called Richard, who walks into this East Midlands town. It's a kind of working class town, and he is there, and he is looking for revenge. And he's looking for revenge on behalf of his brother Anthony, who is played by Toby Kebbell there, and seeking revenge for the local idiots who have mistreated him. And that's where we are. And this is kind of, and I was thinking how to describe this, Deej, in a way that would kind of, and same with you, John, is a way that I can sell it to you. If you imagine a stripped back to the bone, working man's First Blood, that's what this is. Okay, without you know, that you don't get the big scenes in the forest or anything like that. It's not like that. This is, as I say, this is a micro budget working man's First Blood. And in fact, if you look in that picture there, if you look at the guy, that's Paddy Considine holding the bag in the kind of the middle there. You see the coat he's got on, that green coat. That has got to be an homage to First Blood. It has to be. It's not got an American flag on it, but it just has to be. It looks too much like it for it to be anything else.
Yeah.
Now, so why do I call it a masterpiece? Well, this film is astonishing. I mean, the power of the dialogue that is in this and where it goes without spoiling anything, is phenomenal. I mean, this was a movie that when I first picked this up, I paid like £5 for it, the old version, not this one. I wish this one was £5. £5 for it years ago. It was a blind buy. I took it home and I watched it, and that rarest of thing happened, which is a blind buy that I had never even heard of. I bought it on the back of what was written on the back of the cover and the reviews, and that rarest of thing, a blind buy that instantly becomes one of the favorite films of all time. And that's what this is for me. It is astonishing, and I don't want to spoil it. Right? Yeah, I know that sounds over the top, but it's not for this film. This film is exceptional, and when it gets to where it's going, it's incredibly emotional, and it's not changed one bit. It's very, very good indeed. Oh, and by the way, I was lucky enough to meet Paddy Considine at a screening of his film Journeyman, and I got to tell him how good I think of this film, and he was very touched. Or at least he's just a very good actor, and he was pretending to be touched, but either way, it's all good. So it needs to be seen. It must be seen. If you can get it, see it. You know, and I say that to anyone in the world. If you haven't seen this, seek it out. If you can get hold of it, do. You will be very glad you did. And I just think it's beyond reproach. And again, another quick story about this super fast. So in January, I was out for a night out with some friends. It was my best friend's birthday. And there were a number of blokes, all similar ages to me, who I hadn't seen for years. And because they know of the show, as soon as I see them, within a beer or two, they're like, right, movies, let's talk movies. What's your, what's your favorite, all this stuff. And we were arguing about the best film of last year. I was saying, well, F1 was great. There was an argument about One Battle After Another, which was the best film of last year. And then someone said Dead Man's Shoes, which is not of last year, but someone mentioned it. And I kid you not, of about 13 of us, every single one there went, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. We know where we are. We've got our baseline. Fine. No one saying anything other than it's excellent. So track it down if you can. buy it, enjoy
Good
it.
luck.
And yeah, well, I know this is the thing I don't get. I mean, Jordan might know. I don't understand why in the US it's so hard to track down. I mean, I get it's a very British film, but this is an exceptional piece of work that really should be seen. So anyway, so movie, awesome. As I say, masterpiece. This has been given quite a bit of restoration. It was a down and dirty movie when they shot it, so there's only so much, not that kind of dirty. There was only so much kind of work they can do with it, but it has been cleaned up, definitely. The sound is good, upmixed and Neural X. You know, there's some haunting kind of music and songs in it, which move around the room really well and really set the mood for what you're about to see. Yeah, it's awesome. It really is. So, yeah, if you can get it, get it. Why the gas mask? Joey Farr is saying, why the gas mask? See the movie, Joey, then you'll know why. It's creepy, but deliberately so. So yeah, honestly, just see it, guys. I can't say it more than that. I just wish it was available. So anyone, if you can find it, you'll love it. And Paul F's just saying you'll track down a disc on eBay. If you can find a region-free version, Paul, do it. And let me know what you think of it. I know you'll love it. It is a transformative, not a transitional, a transformative experience in movie making. It's awesome. So there we go. But no spoilers from me. Not going to spoil where it goes.
Yeah.
Where it goes is incredible.
Cool. All right. All right. That sounds it's too bad it's hard to track down otherwise.
Oh, I know. Yeah, man. Oh.
Yeah. I mean,
now that Deej, that there is a movie that's another Takeover Tuesday all day long. Even after one viewing, there would be a Takeover Tuesday there all day long.
Oh, wow. It's funny you mentioned First Blood, because I've that one that I was talking about earlier that has Star Wars tie-ins to me. It also has some First Blood tie-ins.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. So we'll pull this one up next.
I want to know about this. I've never seen it. So
yeah, it's I hadn't heard of it, and so let me pull it up and I'll start chatting about it. Silverado from 1985. I got it on Kaleidoscape, 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, and the only reason I started watching it is John Mensor. He texted me and he said he just watched it. He loved it. He's like, "Have you ever seen it?" And typically, for a movie like this, I'm like, probably. And then when you start watching it, you look for those things like, "Oh, have I seen this scene? Have I seen?" No, I don't think I've ever seen it before. And he was raving about the home theater experience as well. And the movie, let's start with that. So the movie is really good. Really, it is really good. It's a Western. And it's like, there's the description on the screen right there. 4 gunmen combat a crooked sheriff to bring peace and prosperity back to a frontier town. Let me show you the image. I haven't brought it up yet. Let me bring up the image. Let me show you who is.
Have you seen this, John?
A few times.
Okay.
Have you?
I've not seen it.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Yeah. So look at who's in this. That from left to right. Kevin Kline, Kevin Costner, Scott Glenn, and
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover. But also like John Cleese is in it. And unfortunately not in the poster, but do you know who John knows? You know who the evil sheriff is?
Oh, I don't remember. I mean, it's been since 1986 or something since I've seen it, but
it's Brian Dennehy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And he, line for line, he has lines from First Blood in this.
Okay. Like, who's he pushing in this?
That's what it's literally like. So this takes place in, trying to think of what time period, but it was like, the old West, basically. And it's funny that Steve, you were talking about Dunkirk and how the buildings didn't look right and stuff. Well, these buildings all looked right because it wasn't hard to do, especially in 85. They're just old buildings, but it takes place in the old West. And it's like they're traveling. They had to travel to Silverado. That was the town. And they were on their way to California, characters were, and, they run into trouble, but these 4 meet up along the way. And it's the story is like the story and the acting are definitely 80s. But what was nice is because it's an older Western, it feels like that's how they would have acted back then. There's some real nice gunfights, real nice, Kevin Kline's past character is, I mean, the opening scene is almost pretty much demo worthy. Atmos sound, the shooting, the sound overhead, everything, just push play and you'd be like, okay, I'm in, here we go. It was very, very well done. And with all these, Kevin Costner's character, he's so young in this, and he plays like a young,
on that picture.
Yeah. He plays such a young, crazy guy that at the very beginning you're like, is he all there? Is there like, is there something wrong with him? But as the movie goes on, he's just, he's kind of like an old West version of like Martin Riggs.
Okay.
All right. From Lethal Weapon. Like, he's just like, he doesn't care. He's just like, just whatever. He does. It's good. It's good. But
does he at any point say to Danny Glover that, he's too old for this? You know what?
No, but Danny Glover's character is like, you can see some Lethal Weapon in that and like his lines and stuff. But the Brian Dennehy stuff was crazy. It was crazy because like he was saying something, like, because they literally back then it was like, especially like Danny Glover's character, a black guy back then, it comes into town. Same thing they did with Rambo, like, get out of town. Like, we recommend you leave. And it was Brian Dennehy telling him the same thing. And you're like, okay.
Did you mention there's a diner 30 miles up the highway?
Yeah, like, no, pretty much. Like, just get out of town, go to the next one. It was like, yeah. And you're like, I mean, talk about being typecast. We just want you to do the same thing you did then, but with a cowboy hat.
What, he had a cowboy hat in that?
I know, not a sheriff's hat, a cowboy hat. It's like, yeah. But yeah,
what's the difference?
One's a sheriff's, and he was the sheriff here, and he was, but they're all cowboys here.
Okay.
Yeah. It was. Do you remember it, John?
I vaguely. I mean, I've seen it at least twice. I know for a fact, but it's been, I was probably in high school last time I watched this movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, it's been a long time. So I don't really remember it. I mean, I knew it was Kevin Kline, Kevin Costner. I didn't really remember anybody else till you put the picture up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have a
Rosanna
lot. I don't
Arquette.
really remember most of it. But
yeah, Jeff Goldblum is in it.
Oh,
plays a really good character. Jeff Goldblum and Linda Hunt, if you know who she is.
Careful how you say that, Deej.
She's like a shorter, older woman. We know her. I think she actually is in Star. What do I know her from? What else do I know her from? I'm trying to think. But anyways, the Star Wars connection, before I get to the home theater side of it. So it's written and directed by Lawrence Kasdan.
Okay, he wrote them, didn't he?
He wrote Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back. He was one of the writers in those. Force Awakens. He even did Solo. Worked on Solo, Raiders of the Lost Ark. So I looked it up and I'm like, I saw his stuff. He directed Wyatt Earp, which was in '94. That's another Kevin Costner movie. But so I had that Star Wars thing in my head, and there is a scene. There was a sound that sounded just like, the scene when Obi-Wan turns down the Death Star. Yep. That sound.
Turns down the Death Star.
Yeah, it turns down the tractor beam.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, he does. He turns down the power of the Death Star to turn off the tractor beam, then turns it back up, right? So so he's turning, conserving power, going to solar panels. But anyways, that sound was there is in it's I want to say it's about an hour and 15 in, and it's just I was like, oh my god, it had to be hijacked right from the movie because it sounded dead on. But but you're in the old West.
Right.
It's like not in a galaxy far, far away, a long time ago. This is like old West, not so long ago, I guess.
Were ILM involved in this at all? I mean, because that or Skywalker sound or anything like that?
I don't know. But it is, Steve, a Sony disc.
Oh, right. You hand me it. So why didn't you start with that?
Well, you put the milk at the back. Okay. It's a Sony disc, and it is a Sony disc. John wasn't lying. John Mensor, that is. It was the picture. I mean, it's got a lot of grain. It's grainy. And some of the shots of like the sky of like, of the old West and everything, the blue sky, the desert behind them or whatever. It's like, you could see it sparkling. It's like, I'm not kidding you. I'm watching this here on the OLED. I can't wait to get my big screen back and be able to, that sparkle in the sky reminds me of like the silver screen when you went to the movies and the way it shimmers and stuff. So it's like on a big screen, this is the way it was meant to be seen. I don't think it's ever looked better than this. I don't think it's perfect because, I mean, it has so much grain to it. There are a couple of scenes that I saw that were, the picture was a little bit like, I don't want to say ruined, but the scenery was the main part of the scene, and the characters were so much smaller on the scene. They kind of got like washed out by the grain, if you will.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's very, and it's very, you'll be very forgiving of it because the colors are so good. The black levels are so good. Everything, there's as much detail as you can have with this much grain. It's very, very well done. Like I said, never looked better. But as Paul's saying in the chat, nominated for Best Sound and Best Score in 1985, it lives up to that. And I'm surprised I've never heard of it. And here it is getting 4K Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos treatment, and it deserves it because the audio in this is stunning. The bass in the shots, the gunshots, the ricochets around the room, the using the score to set the tone, like there's a lot of nice bass sweeps to set like, something bad's about to happen. Really good. There's a scene, the climatic scene at the end, there's a stampede and a gunfight at the same time. So you're getting the gunfire going off around the room, but you are getting that bass level of there's one part where the camera's on the ground and the stampede goes over you and the sound like water waves over you of the I think it was cattle that was the stampede. Might have been the horse, I forget, but a huge stampede coming at them. But the gunfire, the punch to each base, the base you got out of every gunshot, and there's some really nice. There was one particular gunfight that I was like, in the movies, like two guys square off, and it's like they do a lot of like a close up of the eyes, and then this, and the stalling. I think John knows the scene I'm talking about. Specials. It's not like that. Nope. It's kind of pretty much like if John and I were in a gunfight, they'd be like, this ain't gonna last long. Do
I have a bayonet in this gunfight? Yeah. I'm just asking.
Yeah. Well, if we're close enough and you're gonna use a bayonet, something went wrong with my gun. I'm
just checking. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was really nice. No spoiler, but one of the characters was really good. It was like they show one. They're being held down by a sniper kind of situation. And they're like, we're out of here. And the second in command goes, why? He can't hit anything. He goes, you fool. He's hitting everything he wants, but he knows that he's warning them.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? Like he does that. There was another one. They were all on the same side. 4 guys go into a gunfight. And he's like, one character's up on the roof. And he's on a horse with handguns, and he looks up and he sees somebody sneaking across the roof to get him, and he's like, hey, he's yelled at him. He's not hearing him. So he just one hand just bang, takes the shot and puts a bullet right next to his head. And he's like, what the? And he goes, oh, what? Oh, behind. Oh, thank you. It was so much fun. But then it's like just the almost like a 4-way buddy cop type thing. It was, but the relationships through the movie were really good. But definitely track it down. It's available on Amazon. I looked it up. It is expensive though. It's like $35, I think.
30,
well, there's
the Steelbook is
on eBay over here. There's one here. Buy it now for $29.50.
Oh, that's good.
And that's new sealed. Or $34.99. So
I recommend it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I recommend. I think you'd like it. I think, like I said, the acting. There's like pauses, the way they talk. It's like everything's very deliberate. But to me, that felt like more to the time, like than it did to. And I mean the time period that the movie takes place, not the 80s.
Yeah, not 80s. Yeah.
But you do get some 80s acting and stuff like that. But it is fun seeing all these characters so young. And starting out, maybe not Danny Glover, but or even Scott Glenn. Scott Glenn's still older in this, but Kevin Costner is just like, oh my God, I don't think I've ever seen him like this. He's such a kid. He acts like such a kid too.
I will track that down. That looks good. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, nice. It was a lot of fun. Definitely worth picking up. And especially home theater wise, but so all right, let's see. All right, Steve, what do you got next?
All right, John. John, have you got anything else you want to do, or do you want to? Okay to?
No, I'm good because I only brought that one.
Okay, all right. Well, if I do, I'm going to do. There's two more that we can do that you've seen, and one of which I think.
Oh, you know what we haven't done yet, Steve?
Yeah, the Celtic one.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's do that. We could spend the rest of the show on that. Let's do that.
We got to get that out of there because we did that so long ago. Let me pull up
15th of July.
Is that what it was? Yeah. John can talk about this too because I know he's seen it a number of times.
Yep.
So,
I'm in suspense.
Yeah, get your skirts on, people.
Okay, yeah. I know that film.
Seeing this a time or two?
Yeah.
All right, here we go, Steve.
All right. Yeah. Oh, so Braveheart. I'm trying to think what made me watch it now. I can't think there was what. Oh, it was The Patriot, wasn't it? Of course it was.
It was The Patriot. Talking about. Well, we could ask John that right now while we're here. It's like favorite epic. Or wasn't that what the?
Yeah. Historical epic.
Epic.
Yes. What are you going for, John?
Well, I was trying to think, what was I thinking of when you guys were talking about it? I definitely thought of this. I definitely thought of Braveheart. I do like it more than The Patriot. I don't know, Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, that's a great shout. Yeah.
That was in the. That was one of the ones.
But Saving Private Ryan is the superior film, I think. But I enjoy Braveheart more. I just love the film. So
I took Saving Private Ryan out because it's just a fictional story.
It is true, I guess.
Told during a non-fictional time.
Was that part of the criteria? I know you guys were going back and forth.
It didn't.
Trying to figure out.
Like all our questions, there is no criteria.
Yeah. But if we're talking about like at least somewhat historically accurate, none of them are really accurate. But
and from what research I've done since seeing Braveheart and over the years as well, this is
pretty
apart from William Wallace and Edward Longshanks. I'm not sure there was much else that actually happened in this. Right. This is a flight of fancy, like it's closer to Superman than it is to William Wallace. And what actually, all the events are wrong. All the all the stuff about the French baby and all that. That's all nonsense. It's all over. But I think there's an attraction to a film that can be so wildly inaccurate and yet so fantastically good. And again, I go back to kind of what we said when we talked about The Darkest Hour. It's so good, I want it to be true. I'll have this version of events over whatever the real one was any day of the week. And so I think that you've got to give a film credit for doing that. And in this case, I very much
both cases the events around it are true. Like they rose up.
Yeah, but not William Wallace was not
by William Wallace.
Robert Bruce, right? Wasn't he? Yeah, he was much more of a central character that led things. But
yeah. William Wallace was not a commoner. He was a nobleman. You know, the Edward. You know, there was never any meeting with the French Queen. That never happened. The Longshanks was around years after William Wallace died.
Yeah,
They didn't die at the same time. Like, you know, it's all very, very, very loosely told, but incredibly entertaining. So we don't care. And I think and at some point you've got to accept that it's a dramatic piece of work. So, you know, it's not going to be, we weren't there. We don't know. So none of it's going to be, you know, identical. But like I said, I want it to be true. I like it so much. I don't care about its accuracy. And I think there's got to be something for that. So, I mean, I absolutely love this film. And I have since I saw it, you know, 95 when it came out. I've seen it on VHS and Blu-ray and DVD and everything else. And this is now the 4K disc, which I've had for a number of years. And in 4K, UHD, HDR, and Dolby Atmos. And this was that kind of short-lived phase where Paramount suddenly went back to their vaults and just started releasing these bigger movies, which all kind of seems to have petered out a bit now. Mind you, Paramount are in some trouble, aren't they? So, but that kind of short-lived time of releasing these things seems to have kind of gone a bit now. But I'm very glad they gave us this. It was my second time watching the 4K disc. Obviously watched it when I got it, and then watched it again now. So the movie's awesome. It always has been. I love the score. This, now, to be fair, this, you know, way back when, again, John, when you were on, we did that thing where we talked about movie scores and our favorite movie music and that kind of thing. And this is one that's one of my favorite. I absolutely love this score. It's James Horner, I think, isn't it? And I think the score is beautiful and tells this, again, this fairy tale really of romance and brutality and this sweeping Highland tale, which again, bearing in mind it was all shot in Ireland, again, location fans, so it's all silly, but still very, very good indeed. And again, you want it to be true. Oh, and by the way, not yesterday, day before.
Oh, there it is in the background.
There he goes. Yes. Sounds not very Scottish, but there it is. Anyway, so what you get is, day before yesterday, I was at someone's house and someone was telling me they've just come back, or last year they were up in the Highlands, right? So they're obviously of Scotland. I've never been, but they were up in the Highlands of Scotland. Get this, guys, again, having recently rewatched it. And there is a place in the Highlands where you can go, and it's like a restaurant or a pub or whatever. And on a hill, on one of these mountains, is the lone piper who plays on a nighttime or a particular time, plays these tunes, these outlawed tunes on outlawed pipes. And this person that was telling me said you could hear it floating through the glens, you know, down the mountains, this solitary piper playing these tunes. I mean, I think it would be a semi-religious experience for me. That just was fantastic, and the way they described it with like the mist all hanging in the air and this music floating. Awesome. Anyway, I digress. So great film, really, really good. And you guys feel the same way, I'm assuming? John's favorite one. Yep. Great. Cool.
Yeah. When this came out in '95, it was the same thing. It was like, I don't think in '95 I'd seen anything like it.
Yeah.
You know, it's. I mean, is it a case today that we take this stuff for granted? You know, like in '95, this felt like unbelievably epic. You know, I mean,
and brutal as well, violent.
Yes,
we hadn't seen before. You know, hands being cut off, people getting stabbed in the face. You know, heads being cleaved in two. Yeah, that was all new. That hadn't been shown like that outside of a horror movie.
Yeah, a rated R epic film like this. That was. Yeah, exactly. And it's just, whether it's true or not, you know, what's funny too, is like, it's not accurate at all. Right. But how much did you learn because it wasn't accurate? Because it brought you to learn that, right? Like maybe you don't know the story at all, but then you see this movie and you're like, oh, he took liberties here. He took liberties there. Look at that. You just got educated. Good for you because of this movie. It's like, but then you got entertained too. And, you know, but the overall feel of the movie, I think, what was going on, how the commoners felt, how, you know, what they had to endure and all that. That's all true, right? How they got out of it is a different story. But yeah, I mean, in that scene that I told you, I forgot how close it was to the beginning. Because again, I saw it multiple times on Laserdisc. And this was demo material back then on Laserdisc. Because nobody's VHS version could duplicate the surround sound that you could get from a Laserdisc back then. And that scene of the bodies hanging inside the
creaking,
all overhead, and now getting that in Atmos and just being like, wow, that scene in particular at the beginning was like what we think of Gravity today, because it was like, watch this, everybody, and you're going to be horrified at what you see, but listen to that sound around. And back then it was like around the room, like
I mean, but if we get to the picture, of course, is awesome as well. I mean, the detail levels on the costumes and the makeup and all that,
it's stunning.
All stands up really well. Yeah, I think it's beautiful. Look, it's never looked as good as that. It's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, the audio is the MVP. That's the reason to either buy it if you haven't got it, or revisit it if you haven't recently. And I've even got some timestamps, Steve. That's the level of dedication. I've got 4.
Look at you.
5. I've got 5, in fact, and one of them I don't remember because it was a long time ago. All right, so not literally.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, I've labeled it, and I don't know what it means. So, all right. So the first one I've got. So it is 4. In fact, it is 4. I should learn to count. So the first one I've got, although take it from me, it's pretty much demo from the minute it begins, but these are particular highlights. So I've got at the 46-minute mark, we've got the entitled "Let This Scrapper Come to Me," which is the first encounter William Wallace has with the magistrate and it begins with this slow motion walk of William Wallace on the horse walking towards this soldier. You know he's up to something. You've got the music kind of playing in the background very slowly, and you can hear the breathing of the horse, the stomping of the hooves, and the music is heightening this tension. And because it's in slow motion and the Atmos is fully engaged, it feels like you are right there. As I said, you can hear the horse breathing.
Yeah.
Not just think. And then what happens, you get chainmail in slow motion as this mace is revealed, and the clinking and clanking of the chain, which goes up and over the room because he's lifting it from above his head. And there is then an extended sequence of bloodletting and screaming and swords hitting swords and arrows going everywhere. It's an absolute demo scene. Fantastic. Oh yeah, well done. Yeah, well done, P.F. Goodman. Yeah, it's very, very good indeed. And whilst it's been great up to that point, but this just pushes it even further. Then we've got the 1:12 mark, which is where we have our Irish character who says he wasn't right in the head. That's what I've called this one, which is then you get this is a stalking scene through the woods where William Wallace, we think, is hunting something, and we realize pretty quickly he's not on his own. And so again, now what's good about this is you then get the movement of the trees all around the room. You've got the music again, heightening that tension. You can listen for the talking about the bow and arrow on the TSG thing. In this, you can hear the tension, string under tension. Exactly.
Yeah.
And all that's going on. And then you realize what else is happening as well. And it just sounds amazing. And then I've got Archers at 1:22. Which is your first time you really encounter the sky just raining arrows, and then again that's all for Atmos. I mean, it's just awesome. Sounds great as they come over, and then as they hit, and the screams of everything as it comes around is very, very cool. And then the one I can't remember, which is at 2 hours and 2 minutes, I've simply put "Watch this," which I did watch it, but I don't remember what I'm referring to. All I know is it's 2 hours and 2 minutes. It's really good.
Yeah, welcome to my world.
Yeah.
I used to do those, and you'd be like, the worst is when you go back and you're like 2 hours and 2 minutes, and you get there and you're like, what the hell did I see or hear?
Was I asleep?
But like I said, it's like that's part of this whole thing. It's like when you're in the moment, you're like, that was awesome. But it's everything that leads up to it that puts you in the mood to enjoy whatever just took place. And when you come back a few days later, just to that moment, you didn't get the build up. And you're like, I don't know what was there. I don't know. It's still there, but I don't know. It wasn't that exciting for me.
But it's fantastic. I mean, it's worth a revisit, John. I mean, have you got the disc of this?
I do have the disc, and I'm trying to think.
This was one of your November buys, I think.
About a year since I've watched it. I watched it semi-recently, but it's been, like I said, it's been at least a year and a half since I've pulled it out and watched it.
Yeah, Johnny Speakers is the one. He told me, like maybe 2 months ago. And I was like, I had it queued up for that scene. I was like, I wanted to watch it. He was like, it's an unbelievable Atmos track. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And it's like, I have the 4K disc when that came out. I got it on Kaleidoscape as well. But it's like, yeah, it is. It's always been, it might not be demo compared to what comes out today, but just everything with going back to the Laserdisc days and what this was and just the epic that it is. It's, and you know what else too, is I noticed this, and going back quickly to Silverado, it's like they're riding around on horses shooting at each other, but nobody ever shoots the damn horse. There was that one stunt scene in Silverado where they get off, and you've seen it in the old Westerns. They get down next to the horse and shoot over the top of them while they're riding it. I'm like, all right, so you're using the thing you're riding, this, 2,000 whatever pound horse as protection. It's like, what if it falls on you? But then in Braveheart, it was like, all right, yeah, they're coming at you right at the horse's legs.
Yeah, which is what it would have been like, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
I assume so. Although, having said that, if you think about it, what would have been the most valuable commodity back in those days? Surely horses, because they give you transport, they potentially give you food, they give you, shelter. And so, actually, I wonder if you would attack the horse when you can take that. If you kill its rider, you kill the horse, that's it gone, isn't it? So I wonder if they would have done. I don't know, actually, but certainly in the movie.
If I'm about to die or I have a chance at winning this fight and living to see another day, as opposed to not winning the fight but trying to get a free horse, I'm going for survival first.
Take this, Mr. Ed.
It's like, okay, there we go.
Mr. Ed's Scottish cousin.
Oh God,
Wilbur, come in the room.
Jeez. Oh God.
Right. Anyway,
I don't remember any of the talking horses, but okay, I must have missed that outtake. Would somebody shut that horse up? He's getting his lines wrong.
Yeah.
Somebody shut that horse up. I'm going to slit its throat in a minute. Oh dear. Do we need any dog meat? Right.
Yeah.
Done.
That horse doesn't shut up. I'm going to rename him Elmer.
Did you see that comment from Paul F as well in the chat? Check this out. I mean, this is something that only in the US, right? This does not happen in the UK. You can't do it here. So I saw it in the theater. Couple in front of me had a 4 to 5 year old with them, covered the kid's eyes during the lovemaking scene, but not during all the brutal battles. Never forgot that. I mean, you can't do that here because it was a 15 when it came out here, so no one under the age of 15 can see it. I mean, that's outrageous, isn't it?
I don't even remember the lovemaking scenes being that bad.
No, well, no, it's all very sort of soft focus and dark and all that. And it doesn't exactly
I don't even remember showing anything. I mean,
there's
there is some bits.
Yeah, there's a little bit,
right. but not But to the point, it's like, so you're going to cover their eyes up for that, but taking the horse's legs out, chopping people's heads off. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's all good. That's all good. Paul F remembers.
Yeah. Oh boy!
Don't forget Pepperidge Farm remembers. Paul remembers.
Pepperidge Farm. Productions. Oh God. So Wild Booker says, he's like, I was 6 when this came out. For me, the movie that changed me when I got my first surround setup was Black Hawk Down. So 6. So he was what? Or 89?
89, yeah. I was 14.
So, I was 25. John and I were 25.
Yeah.
Can't have been. Not in 89.
In 89.
No, 14.
Wild Booker was born in 89. I was 25 when this came out.
Oh, sorry. I was 14 in 1989. That's what I meant.
We were talking about the time, like how old we were when this came out.
Oh, yeah, 95. Yeah. So I was 21. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was 19 when Wild Booker was born. but that's not really a story.
That sounded a bit Morgan Freeman there, DJ. I was 19 when Wild Booker was born. When I first met Andy Dufresne.
Yeah, there you go.
That was very Morgan Freeman. I had no idea you could do a Morgan Freeman impression.
Me either. All right, so we'll have Morgan Freeman play me instead of Denzel. What's the difference?
Oh man, hey, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Well, of course, John was going for J.K. Simmons.
Yeah,
he did play on the following show. Yeah, play. Awesome.
Yeah, and you were going to be Arnold from Different Strokes.
What you talking about, DJ?
Oh, all right.
PF says he's got the timestamp. I'm assuming he means of the topless bit.
Maybe.
Oh man, alrighty, but no, it's awesome. Very, very cool. This disc is great. I think this is a must-own. By the way, we don't always say that, but this is a must-own disc.
How do you not have it already? This is like we're just revisiting it. You know, it's not like it's new out. It's been on 4K. What, like 4 years?
Yeah, easy,
something like that. Yeah. It's like this is just one of those like movies.
Yeah.
Like
I think I've had this in every format. Yeah, it's like Star Wars. You know, I've had it every which way it's come out.
Yeah. Oh, I saved some money. I didn't have to buy it on VHS because it came out when I had my Laserdisc player. So I never bought the VHS version.
Yeah, I had the VHS. Yep. Yeah, man.
Laserdisc, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K. Now Kaleidoscape. Still hasn't caught Bloodshot, but
well, you know, the night is young.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, you got another one, Deej? Would you want me to do another one? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I could do. Which is this one? Not that one. We just did that one. Where did it go? I had it in here. Maybe I didn't. Let me drop it in. It's here it is. It just came out. Came out last week. We
can all sympathize with this, guys. So Wild Booker says, my kids always say you were born in the 1900s.
Yeah. It's like, that's
man, that's devastating.
So let me see. Now I gotta see where I put it. There it is. All right. Just came out last week. Just dropped on Kaleidoscape last week. 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, the latest from the DCU Supergirl. We all saw it. By the way, theaters, right?
Yeah, yes. Yeah. Did it come up alongside Superman, or did you put it in there?
No, just comes up like that. Yeah,
cool.
because alphabetical, it's just Supergirl, Superman.
Yeah. So okay, nice. But yes, we all saw it.
Yeah, we all saw it in theaters. And I am here to report that the home theater experience is great. It is great. Better than the theater experience for sure. There were like lines of dialogue, especially from Jason Momoa, Lobo, that were more intelligible. Like you could understand him better, like because he has some sarcastic lines during battles and stuff that I probably didn't make out because I don't remember hearing him say it. So you couldn't make it out in the theater experience. But the bass, everything I just thought was as a home theater experience, I thought was really, really well done. Really well done. But of course, I mean, it's a Warner Brothers disc. Their stuff has always been pretty good, really good to pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah.
It's one thing I noticed. So you remember that scene in Superman, that when, what's his name? He had that battle in the bubble there, and it's like slowed down the scene, and the sounds went around the room.
With
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific. That's what it was.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I was getting that mixed up in my head too. But there's a scene very, very similar to that. It's like practically like a 1-for-1 type of scene in this that I know we all saw it, but I didn't experience it that way in the theater. And then here in your home, I think you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you get to it. You probably don't know what I'm talking about right now if you saw it in the theater because it just didn't feel as enveloping the way the sound moved around you. The colors were awesome. It's just so good. It's just a lot of blooming, if you will, like a J.J. Abrams type deal.
Yeah, lens flare.
Yeah.
It's all deliberate though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The detail when she would lose her powers, right? She's being affected by kryptonite or whatever, the detail in her face and stuff and it's like at one point you're like, is she just muddy? And then you just see it growing and you're like, oh wow. It's a lot of great detail. A lot of great detail in the suit when it's on her, but then there are some shots of it just sitting there. You see like the little detail in the fabrics and stuff, which just goes through the whole movie. But yeah, it's really, really well done. Great base. It's just, what was that? There was another particular, I just watched it today. There was another particular scene that was, maybe it was the battle on top that I'm talking about. And just the explosions looked great, but then the base moving around you, the boom, boom, boom. And it's like when Lobo's dropping the bombs and he's flying around you and stuff like that. A lot of good Atmos stuff, I felt. And but yeah, I think it's, if you like the movie, it's definitely worth picking up.
What did you think of the movie, John? Sorry, D. Sorry, buddy.
Okay. No, I really enjoyed it. I liked it. Yeah, I don't get all the negativity. Honestly, I thought it was fine. It's a great comic book movie. She was great. You know, it was a lot of fun. I thought.
Yeah, I agreed. I thought she was really good. She's really spunky. She's kind of, she's anarchic. She's fun. For me, if I only haven't seen it in theaters, I mean, I'll definitely buy this when it hits day one. I thought Momoa was the weak link in this. I thought he just could. Now, bear in mind, I don't know anything about Lobo as a character. I've never read the comics. I knew nothing about it. I just thought his turning up sort of derailed the movie. It takes away from what is her story of her becoming who she is. And I thought he was unnecessary as a character. It didn't really add anything to it for me. And because I don't particularly know anything about the character, I didn't feel the it's Lobo, yay. I didn't get that. It was just, you're just interrupting what was a really good story for her. So for me, that was the weak point. But as a film, I thought it was really, really good. I'm looking forward to seeing it again.
I think what they did with Lobo is to try and give her more depth of knowledge that Superman doesn't have, right? So like when she shows up, there's that one scene when she shows up on Earth and he doesn't understand her. He's an Earthling for all intents and purposes. Like he's just earthbound. That's his knowledge. And it's giving her the depth of, she knows the universe. Right? Because like when she runs into Lobo, she knows who that is. And it's like, as much as that character might be a little bit of a distraction, it's showing you like, I mean, that's kind of what the movie's about. It's like, it's her birthday and she's going to party, and where do you got to do that? You go to a red sun planet, which I thought was cool how they do all that. And then there's some other stuff, other color suns that I was like, I didn't know that existed. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, that how they did use Lobo in that way. And I think it was just supposed to be meant as like comic relief too. And I was saying, so,
I think not having an attachment to the character didn't help me. Yeah. I mean, you talk about, by the way, there's a bit of a theme through this show today about Star Wars and things that make you feel like Star Wars. I mean, this movie felt like it was set in different cantinas. Yeah, all the different alien characters. It's just like, this is straight out of Mos Eisley and Mos Espa, and it really did feel Star Warsy for quite a bit of it. And on the bus, all the different aliens and all the different characters. I thought Ponda Barber's going to come wandering in a minute. Yeah, this is another place I'm wanted. Where's my hand?
What else I
or something like that.
What else I thought was cool is they show her on a red sun planet, and she can still hold her own.
Yeah,
right. She doesn't rely on her power. She can still fight, which I thought was really cool. John, what did you think of Lobo since you hit? Because you know the character even better than
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the character in the comics in general. I mean, Jason Momoa was born to play Lobo. I mean, the casting is perfect.
Yeah, it's literally like they drew the character for him, and he didn't exist at the time.
Well, and it's almost like going back to when they cast him as Aquaman. It was like, he's Lobo. Like, I mean,
he's not blonde,
right?
It's like,
but I do agree with Steve somewhat in that the character itself was not integral to that movie at all. And if he was missing from it, it wouldn't have hurt the movie in any way.
Nope.
So I think, again, it's kind of like, okay, you got this perfect casting for this character. And I don't know. I don't think his introduction into the DCU or DC, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's DCU now.
You know, was the best introduction of that character to people who, by and large, probably don't have any idea who he is, because most people, unless you're just like a comic book nerd, don't know who Lobo is and don't even know that Jason Momoa was perfect. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just kind of like it goes over most people's heads. So I don't think he was great in that film either, but I think he's a great choice for that character. And if they do something else with that character, you know, I think it could be, you know, he could be great at it. But but you know, he's not my favorite character, even going back to the comics. You know, like he shows up and he's fine, but I don't read Lobo, or never did really, you know, or pay much attention to him. So
I didn't either. I just know who he is.
But yeah.
And
you know, and again, I don't want to say, this movie's been out for a bit, but I don't want to spoil a whole lot of it either. But I just felt like, though, I don't know, is this spoilery? I hope not. You know, there's only 2 Kryptonians, right, that we know, at least thus far. Like, if you go back to the comics, there's as many Kryptonians now as there were when the planet blew up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in this world that we know of, there's 2 of them, right? There's Cal and then there's Kara. A lot of people throughout the universe seem to have a lot of knowledge about how to deal with Kryptonians, being that there's only like 2 of them, and one of them's on Earth, and nobody even knows who he is, right? So, I just kind of felt like, how do you know all this about how to deal with the Kryptonians? You know, like, how do you know that is going to hurt her and this and that? You know, it just
did they fly off planet? Did they leave and travel the universe before Krypton was destroyed?
Well,
I
that's the whole thing. Yeah, you don't know. So I just kind of felt, as I was watching the movie, I'm like, well, they seem to know a whole lot about how to, you know.
Well, I kind of had the same feeling as well, but what I felt was the disparity between some people had no idea and other people, it was like, seemed like common knowledge.
Right.
Where I felt like maybe if they made it seem like a one line of like, oh yeah, I ran into her or I heard about her here. And so you would know how they acquired the knowledge. Because some people were like, I didn't know you could do that. But then, you know, how do some people know?
Right.
So,
and then the other thing is, I mean, I guess they kind of doubled down again on the one thing I really disliked from Superman.
I wanted to ask you about that. I almost started to say something earlier. I was like, what did you think of that? Because it is a different character. And from what I remember is that she isn't as much of a staple to that as he is. Isn't he the one that tries to teach her that? Or am I misremembering that?
I think we're talking about different things.
Oh, okay.
I really disliked the his parents' storyline, his Kryptonian parents. Their motivations, and they really doubled down on that again here in this movie. So that is going to be a thing, I think, going forward throughout the next couple of Superman appearances. And I really don't like that at all. But you know,
it's a weird choice. It is a weird choice that he's made. I don't, because you guys, we talked, didn't we, when Superman came out, about that's not in the comic. That's a complete invention. You know, that's a thing. Yeah,
never been a thing. Like, it's always in every iteration of Superman, they're like his second, like they're the angel on his shoulder. You know, like he goes with the crystal into the Fortress of Solitude and gets advice from his parents, and you know, it was always altruistic, and it was never about conquering. again, spoilers, but Superman came out 2 years ago. So
yeah, that's yeah.
I'm
and
sorry
in this,
if I'm
it's not really a
spoiling
spoiler.
that,
it has really nothing to do with it. But
no,
but
it's just
the line in
it
there.
does come up again.
Yeah, it just
and so
yeah. If you blink, you miss it. But it is in there to create that thread that makes you go, okay, like John just said, like this is going to be a thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're not going to let that go. They definitely doubled down on it. So
yeah, and they also then compare and contrast as well. So you
right,
because we see Kara's parents,
right,
who aren't complete a-holes,
right.
and then so that just kind of makes them even worse. Makes Kal-El's even worse.
Right,
well,
it's kind of like
not all like it.
It's kind of like they swapped places. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man,
yeah. It was just weird. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I enjoy the film. I'm looking forward to another watch at home. I won't probably won't rent it. I'll wait till it comes on disc. But
Cool. Nice. That's good. Okay.
All righty. That's it. Wow. What? That was the show. There we go. John's been gone a long time. How do you feel?
He was rode wet and put away hard.
You dusted that one off, huh? Dusted that one cat. Yeah, I was waiting for that one. I said they usually come in pairs, right? Once you get one, you get the other one.
He was rode wet and put away hard.
When John said that, I pulled a Steve back then. I went, you got that backwards, buddy. Yeah. You can't say that.
We like it. We like it. We like
it. We do like it. I'm trying to remember now if I did that.
I was like Animal House. He's on a roll. Let him go.
I don't remember if I did that on purpose. Now it was so long ago.
No, you didn't. Because I had.
Did I do that on purpose or
no? Because I corrected you on the show, and you're like, "What did I say?" I was like, "Here you go. You said
he was rode wet and put away hard."
I don't remember what that was in reference to anymore, but
I used to remember exactly what we were talking about. I don't.
Yeah.
So, but it's funny we ended on comic book day because it was like going back to chat days there for a minute.
Right.
That was fun. Fun having you back, buddy.
Yeah.
Awesome
man,
having you back.
Hopefully I get at least a few more in. Yeah.
Even if you're half the man you used to be.
Literally.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. For people in the audio only, go to the YouTube. You'll know what we're joking about.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's the third guy on the screen is John.
Yeah.
So next week then. So I'm not about next week. Are you guys going to do one, or are you going to take?
Well, we'll see if I have contract. I don't know how noisy my place is going to be over the next couple of weeks, so we'll play it by ear. I'll let you guys. Well,
yeah, let me know. Yeah, let me know, and we'll see what we can schedule. Because if not, maybe we'll just take the week off. If John can make it, then we'll do a show. So stay tuned. Or we'll figure something. Let me see what I gotta see what my schedule's like. Because by the way, house update. I'm finally getting insulation that starts on Monday.
Oh, nice.
So I have a busy week ahead because I have to take everything and move everything to the middle so they can tarp it. Anything that I have in there, my tools, and we have our cabinets there, so I might have to get that out. But yeah, so I got a big week coming up myself. So maybe we just take it off. But if John can make it, I mean, I'll just come on and we could definitely chat because we could still catch up and everything. So, but yeah. Good. All right.
Okay. Nice.
All right. Do you guys want to say your lines on the way out, or should I do it audience?
Do I have ending lines? I don't remember.
Well, you did.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's always been recorded. So,
but
yeah. All right. We'll wrap it up for this week. Nice to have the bus bench full, the full tricycle wheeling down the road, So, all right. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Thanks to everybody on Patreon. Appreciate it. Keep those donations coming because we got to get John some, a little bit more money, get him here more full time. This once a year stuff just isn't cutting it.
Yeah. Right.
So, all right. Till next time, you know what you got to do.
Go push play.
What he said.
That is right. Hey, Fred. This has been a Hey Fred production with theme music by Jeff Bernhardt and Throne Vault Productions.